Net is brought to you by the Irish Embassy Pub and Coldwell Banker Heritage House Realtors, your Durango local area real estate experts. Locally owned, nationally known.
Welcome to the Back of the Net, the place where heroes are made and dreams so brutally crushed. I'm Julian Alexander, here today as usual in the Irish Embassy Pub, the home of Durango Soccer. Now this week, Fort Lewis College took on Texas A&M International University down in Laredo, Texas, and there were 6 goals, 7 yellow cards, 2 red cards, and a penalty. Let's have a look.
Macias up top. Macias will see it sail. Giovanni Macias inside of the 18-yard box now. Has the ball inside. Macias able to poke it to Zuniga. Zuniga! Put it low right in front of Shaw, but had the first opportunity at goal for the Dust Devils, and the Dust Devils are knocking on that door early in the first half of play here. Once again, feeding the far end of your screen, folks. There's the first cross there. As that ball finds its way into the back of the net. Now with Brandt. Off to Lawrence. Lawrence sends across, far post. Botero is there. There's a shot by Castillo. But it got the opposite curve and sails out of bounds nonetheless. Goal kick coming up. There's a corner off to the post. Couple of deflections there inside of the 18-yard box. There's a shot blocked only by Huguito Saldaña.
As that corner comes in, and a good header gets another goal for the Skyhawks, just as we were talking about. It makes it 2-0.
Prost. Off to the upset end. And the Skyhawks have numbers. Normando comes by to help, though. Count on Norman to be there. That ball sailed off. There's another shot attempt. And that ball beats Moctezuma and Normando. Lawrence. Norman takes him down, and a red card being shown to Norman Ramos. The referee just awaiting Macias' goal for redemption here for the Dust Devils. The whistle is blown. Macias takes his stride, places it inside the goal. Here's a free kick. Macias to take it. That ball hits everybody inside the box. Kennedy! Goal!
Left side. What a goal. 3-2 is your new score. Just moments ago it was 3-0. Tamu has found a way to come back, but then they answer right back in a hurry. Just as we thought the comeback would occur, they answer right back just seconds after.
And talk about pulling the plug, man. Folks, thank you for joining us for the first ever men's TAMU Fall Soccer Invitational provided by Westwind Homes. We brought you 4 very exciting games of soccer nonetheless here at TAMU Falls. 4-2 against the Skyhawks.
So those are the highlights from the game against Texas A&M International University, and now I'm joined by head coach Oige Kennedy and Austin Derksen.
Jordan, how are you doing again?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing well.
Great to see you, Austin. Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, first time on the show.
Now, Austin's brought his clean boots in, as Yanis Becker did last time. Talk us through your boots, Austin.
Well, these are actually a customized pair. I designed these myself. They got the Canadian flag on them. A little bit of national pride. Got my name on them on the side, the little Austin 7 on there. And just the green and orange. Lovely colour scheme.
I know you pretty well. We go back quite far, and a little birdie told me that you're very into your candy.
A little bit.
So for this interview today, I got you a nice little cup of Swedish fish that I expect gone by the end of the interview. And I'll be asking you questions as you have a mouthful of Swedish fish. Great. Ogie, talk us through the game.
You know, it was a tough game. They were number 6 in the country. Going down there, it's always a tough place to go and play in someone else's backyard.
Yeah.
But we had a game plan that we stuck to throughout. It was also a game that had a lot of yellow cards and red cards in it, and we kept our discipline, which was really important. I think that helped us a lot. But yeah, it was a really good result for us on the road.
Yeah, so there were 7 yellow cards, 2 red cards, 6 goals, and a penalty.
Yeah, had everything. Yeah, all was missing was a streaker, but had everything else. But no, it was a really good game, and they're a very good side too, to be fair. And they've started the season well. I think it's the best season they've ever had start, and they're very much a seasoned group, a lot of older players, more experienced players. So they even with 10 men and then even down to 9 men, they kept pushing. So yeah, so it made for a good game, good back and forth, very exciting.
Now, we didn't really see in the highlights, but the first red card, I hear a player spat at Cesar Castillo.
I believe it was the left back for them spat in Caesar's ear, which I think both the linesmen and the referee saw, and that was a straight red. And then, I think at one point all 4 of their back line had yellow cards as well. So it was, for them it was tough. They just couldn't seem to keep the discipline part of it, and our guys didn't react, which gave us an advantage, and took full advantage of it with possession and moving the ball with the extra men. So that worked out well for us.
Now, Austin, you were involved in the first goal, playing out on the left wing. How'd you like playing out there?
I enjoyed playing out there, especially in a game where they had a man sent off and they seemed to just allow that left wing just to free flow. So it was quite nice at times just to run, just let the open legs up and fly a little bit. Yeah, just be free.
So we're going to look at the goal, the first goal that you were involved in, here on our huge screen. So talk us through his goal, Austin. You're out there on the wing, I see. The ball's going to come to you now.
Yeah, okay, so here, me and Giannis actually talked all weekend about the balls in the box, and he just kind of told me, and he's like, don't look, ever. He said, just hit it, just deliver. And so I didn't actually see anyone. Yeah. I just took a touch out and just delivered, and it was right on his head, and
we'll look at it again.
We were able to do well.
It's a great cross. And he didn't really track you down. He gave you a lot of space.
Yeah, he allowed me to. Mike had actually, I'm pretty sure he had overlapped me and had ran through, and I played him and kind of just stood back and waited for it. He just played me back, and I just took a touch out and was able to whip it around.
And now, Ogie, how beneficial is it having left-footed players out there on the left wing?
Yeah, the balance that gives you is great. And Alex Tilbury started the game and did really well defensively. And when they went down a man, we thought we'd bring Mike on, because one of Mike's strengths is getting forward and creating overloads for us. So with Mike and Austin constantly going down that left side, that really gave us the benefit. And we were able to find that spare player a lot and create space. And even if you look at the goal, we were talking to the guys all week about getting numbers in the box, and they had 4 defenders against our 3 attackers. So that was obviously good from us to get those guys in there and make it a little bit more likely that we're going to get on the end of crosses.
Now, there's a few other goals that came from crosses, a few headers. Luke Lawrence with a header.
Yeah, Luke Lawrence, a great header off a corner again from Giannis's delivery. Set pieces have been really big for us this year. I think probably over 50% of the goals we've gotten so far have been off set pieces. So, and that's comes from really good delivery, obviously practicing them, and Luke finished his header very well.
So you're only back in Durango for a day?
Yes, we got back late last night. We leave again this afternoon. So we'll practice this afternoon. We'll get some food in Durango, and then we'll head off to Alamosa. We come back Wednesday night after that game, and then we'll leave again Friday for the Denver trip. So busy, yeah. But I mean, it's the fun part of the year. The guys are excited to know that this is the RMAC, that the league season's starting right now, and obviously that's going to be key to our goals this year and trying to win that conference back. So we know we've got 14 league games and this is the starting point with Adams and then Colorado Christian, and then the first home weekend against Colorado Springs, and then Regis as well, which will be a huge game.
So Austin, you've been here a few years. I know you've got a mouthful of Swedish fish right now. Adams and Christian, usually they haven't been the stronger teams in the RMAC, but over recent years we've started to see the improve.
They, especially Adams, and I mean, looking back in the last season, they've definitely started to come out and perform a little more. But for us as a team, these are teams that we need to go get 6 points against this week, and we fully expect to do so. The guys are ready to go to Alamosa tonight and to go come back with 3 points there and then head out. There's really no other option for us. Yeah. So that's all it is.
I think too as well, the RMAC as a conference has constantly been improving. And if you look at it right now, I think Colorado Christian are actually on top of the conference with 3 wins. So that's probably a bit of a surprise to people. But then you've got Josh Pittman, who was at Mesa, is now the associate head coach at Adams as well. And him and Coach Busen do a great job over there. So you can see right around the conference that everybody's invested in soccer, and they're making their sports better, and so it's more difficult, and there's not really easy games like there might have been a few years ago. And I think if for us as a team, we think back to the game against Adams at home last year when that really cost us. So that was a slip up that kind of made our season a lot more difficult, and so we've got to really have our focus on this game tomorrow and go there with the right attitude and look to get 3 points on the road.
Now, last week we had Giannis here with his bow tie, and this week we have Austin with his suspenders. Very interesting choice of attire. What inspired the suspenders?
I have them at the house. They're just I keep them in the closet as a backup. You never know when you might want to bring them out, and it just seemed like the right occasion.
Don't need a belt.
Don't need a belt. You can keep wear any pair of pants you want.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, guys, and good luck this weekend.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's it for our interview, and after the break, more Back of the Net.
Welcome to the Irish Embassy Pub Durango. We import the majority of our products straight from the Emerald Isle, and let's get it right. You want your Guinness directly imported from Dublin. You want it stored at precisely the right temperature. And you want the pour to be a matter of taste and science. You want to pull with the patience and precision that it deserves. And if that wasn't authentic enough, you want to enjoy it in a pub where the shelves are stocked with 24 different kinds of Irish whiskey. Yes, you want the true Irish experience. Come visit us at the Irish Embassy Pub Durango.
Hop on board the Peanuts Great Pumpkin Patch Express at the Durango and Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. There's fun for the whole family with live musical entertainment, a costume contest, hay wagon rides, games, a pumpkin patch maze, and the chance to meet Snoopy, Lucy, and Charlie Brown. This great fall event runs for 2 weekends, so get your tickets today. Trains depart the Durango Depot at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Call the depot or visit durangotrain.com for details and reservations.
Back of the Net is brought to you by the Irish Embassy Pub and Coldwell Banker Heritage House Realtors, your Durango local area real estate experts. Locally owned, nationally known.
Welcome to the Back of the Net, the place where heroes are made and dreams so brutally crushed. I'm here today with Dalen Parker, coach of the high school team, both men's and women, and Maddie Robertson. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So, tell us about your season so far. You told us about the guys last week. Let's go to girls.
The guys, now the girls. Well, the girls are not in season as of right
okay.
now. Actually, they are preparing, getting ready for season. So we do something different in Colorado. We have season for the girls in spring, not in the fall. So that's really what we're gearing up for. We have 2 different pre-seasons and a boot camp in there in that 7 to 8 month period. That the girls don't really like because they have to get up early and then I run them to death. But that's really what we're getting ready for right now.
Yeah. So obviously last year, we can talk about last season. You had standout Steffi Wilson in the team.
Yes.
She's moved on to college ball.
Yes.
Talk about last season.
Well, last season was great. Last season was a stepping stone for us. I think it was the girls are finally comfortable with me, the demand that I want from them. And we went in with a high ranking into the first round of the playoffs, and we played well. We were unfortunate, unlucky, and didn't come out with a victory, but we came out that way. And then we lost Steffi Wilson. That's one of our biggest deficits there, is trying to figure out how we're going to fill her role, which we have a couple of young ladies that are going to do that for us this year. But Steffi was a big part of our program for the past 4 years. Which is crazy to say, as a freshman all the way up to a senior, and now she's gone.
Yeah, gonna miss her. So Maddie, are you a senior?
No, I'll be a junior.
You're a junior. So you've seen the team progress for the past 3 years. What was your highlight from last season?
Probably the second half of the season when our team finally started clicking and figuring out how we worked and adjusting to the new formation, and we had a really great run throughout April. So that was just lots of fun to be going with the team.
And obviously looking forward to the next season coming up.
Yes, it's very exciting. The new incomers and the old team from last year. It should be a good season.
Now, obviously with a college, the college teams can go around and look for recruiting wise. It's a bit different with high school because you've got the guys who are kind of local and they go to the school, the guys and girls. How does it change much for you in terms of when you do your preseason, you have a big pool of players, you start to whittle them down?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Actually, it's kind of, well, I call it open season. During preseason, anybody's invited, anybody that wants to have the opportunity to play, we invite out. And that's the good thing and the beauty about high school sports, is anybody that thinks they want to try and have a good effort can come out and work out with us for over the 3 month span that we have off season. As we get closer and closer to season, young ladies start to whittle down. They start to, this isn't for me, this is too serious, or whatever it might be, school's too much. And then all of a sudden our 18, 36, 42 for our 3 teams, they start to come out. and the ladies start to kind of take form there for the first part. So not really any recruiting is done. I always go around during the off season and look at the girls as they play DYSA and see what they're doing. Are they smiling? Are they having fun? How's the first touch? The second touch? Are they fit? All those type of things, and then we just build off of that during preseason and winter trainings.
Yeah. So, Dalen, I'm going to ask you a very tricky question that I know you've probably been asked a lot. What's the difference between coaching guys and girls?
Well, number one, you're right. I have been asked that a lot. Number two, guys are really direct. They're just very. It's black and white. It's I want you to do this, okay, and they don't really carry much emotion to what they're doing, so they can get into it with each other. They can battle. They can have that aggression and walk off the field and be ready to go have lunch with each other and go play video games or do whatever else they're going to do. You know, the young ladies are a tad bit different.
Be nice.
I'm trying to be nice and choose my words carefully. If they don't like each other, they're really not going to play together very well. And it can be from a point of one player doesn't like another player or any type of riffraff on the team. And the team dynamic just is really hard to drill back into a family type perspective. And so, but girls are really easy actually to coach once you get past that part. As far as the soccer, young ladies, you can pretty much be like, we're going to do, this is our strategy, we're going to do it, and they'll stick to it. And that's what they do. Well, you didn't say do that, you said do this. And so they're very like just straight line, and the males are straight line too to a point, but you tell a young man to do something and he'll kind of take the long route around to get it done. Girls are very, well, you said do this, so I'm going to do it. But it's really the dynamic of the teams are the two different, really the hardest things as a coach to get under. And the young ladies are really hard if they don't like each other. Or you matter to that point too. So.
So lastly, Maddie, on that point, how, as an older player now in the team, how do you deal with issues that pop up like that, with players not liking each other?
You just try to confront it right away. As a girl from personal experience, you know that it's just easier to face it, get it over with, and try to put it behind you and move on. And that's just the best way to get past blocks like that.
Excellent. Well, we wish you all the best in your preseason, and I'm sure we'll see you next week, Dalen.
Oh, yes.
You'll be back.
Oh,
so
yes.
Thanks so much for joining us. And next, let's see who sent us in some skills this week. Kicking soccer balls into trash cans? That takes some skill. Now remember, I want more submissions every week. Your goals, your kicks in the gardens to your juggling. Send your videos into ideas@durangotv.com. Now join me again next week for more goals, more glory, and hopefully less red cards than we saw this week. I'm Jordan Alexander, and remember, why tap it in when you can smash it right in the back of the net?
Back of the Net is brought to you by the Irish Embassy Pub and Coldwell Banker Heritage House Realtors, your Durango local area real estate experts. Locally owned, nationally known.